Hey guys, Double Jack here, and welcome to my episode 27 summary/review of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders anime. This was a pretty good episode, but I'll get to that in the review part. First thing I wanted to say is that in my previous episode I made a mistake. Oingo and Boingo are the characters, but I actually mixed them around because I actually started getting the flu at that point, and I tried to get it out and I couldn't. And then when I actually got better, I put the video up, as you can see in my channel, so I do apologise for that. But just to clarify, Boingo is the younger brother, Oingo is the older brother, not the other way around, sorry. So it starts off, like I said, at the end of the previous episode, and it's where they're on the bus, Oingo and Boingo on the bus, and you see Boingo open up his book, which basically can tell the future. So he's looking at it, and it basically says, oh, they meet these people, and it shows off Jotaro, Joseph, Polnareff, them walking down the road. And it says that they are going to drink tea and die of poisoning. So, basically you see Oingo go, oh, look at that, I just saw them right over there. And that's when it gets, it gets more interesting, because this episode was awesome. I mean, I'm gonna leave it to the review at the end of this episode, but it was awesome. But anyway, they get off the bus to actually follow after them, and you see them reveal their stands, and it's the second and third stand that's based on an Egyptian god, because of course all the tarot cards were taken, apart from the world, but you'll see. So we meet, of course, from the episode's name, which is entitled Oingos. Okay, I'm going to bastardize this. Khnum and Boingos Thoth. I might have really bastardized those words. I do apologize if I did. I don't know how to say those words. It's written very weird for me. So you see, basically Oingo smack this guy who's the owner of a cafe called Maxim, which in turn is, I'm not sure about America or Europe, but in England, Maxim was a magazine with a lot of ladies in lingerie and lots of tips for men how to do good in bed and get the muscles. So it was good. I bought like 3. It's not bad, is it? After taking out the guy, you see Boingo. Oh god, it's come back. Boingo drag him off and put him into the back. So they take over the cafe, and you see basically Jotaro, Joseph, and Polnareff deciding to where to go to eat. And Polnareff's like, I've got an idea. I know a place where we can eat and drink. And he gets his cigarette, and he's like, wherever it lands, we go there. Boom, and it lands like, and it's like, boom, points towards Cafe Maxim, because if it pointed to another cafe, that would have ruined the episode, really, because you would have had like Oingo and Boingo like, where are they? They're late. Yeah, they're late, older brother, they're late. What am I cleaning? So then they all sit down, and they turn to him, and they turn to Oingo, who is dressed up like he actually is either the owner or a waiter, and they're like, let's have a couple of pots of tea, and he's like, actually, no, I want to be safe here, I want to get some cola. Can I have some cola, and can you take them straight from there and put them in? I want to open it myself, I'm just a careful man, we should be careful, right guys, we got to be careful, right? And, you see Oingo like, oh my god, no, it can't be, no. How am I supposed to put the poison in? How am I supposed to kill them? And so you got this guy in the background that basically goes, oi, this cola isn't probably frozen. Well, not frozen, but cooled. It's not cooled, it's not chilled. What is this? This is still warm. And then Joseph's like, what? You don't even have cold cola. And you got Oingo acting like he owns, he's like the waiter. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Our cooler's been on the fritz recently. Alright then, I guess we'll have some tea. And he's like, gotcha. So, like in the manga, they all get out their teacups, put it towards their mouth, take a little bit of a sip, And then in comes our favourite character, well, at least one of my favourites in Star Wars Crusaders, Iggy. Iggy basically jumps on the table of a couple, takes a cake, and, well, not takes the cake as in the expression, literally takes a piece of cake, and just ruins a couple's day, basically. So as they're drinking, Joseph, Jotaro, and Polnareff go and blow it all out. And if you're wondering why Kakyoin hasn't been in this episode, well, you saw in the last episode, he got his eyes scratched, basically, so he's in hospital, and that's where they're going to go next. But first, they're going to chase after Iggy, because Iggy's been a bit of a dick. So after chasing after Iggy, Oingo and Boingo are like, what the hell? But he said it in your manga. What's going on? So he's like, no, there's more. There can be more. It sees the future. So basically, he's like, oh, I can see this really, this guy with a face that I really hate. He's the kind of guy that just looking at him annoys me. And, apparently my older brother, Oingo, punches him in the face and he drops his wallet. And he's rich, so he's got a lot of money. So he punches him, he's got his wallet, and he's like, this is really awesome. This is cool, I've got loads of money. So, you see Oingo with an orange, and he's got a little bomb in it. I don't know how he got the bomb, I don't know how he put the bomb in a bloody orange. I mean, wouldn't that be too obvious? I don't know. But then he puts a top on, and he goes to put it into the bag of oranges that's in Joseph's buggy. And you hear Polnareff go, hey, there's someone in the buggy! Who's in there? Stop this! Get out! We're going to kick the shit out of you! And, of course, if you don't know, the power of Khnum, it sounds really weird, doesn't it? Of Oingo is the fact that he can change his voice and face at will. So he changes his face and hides his other face in his hat, and he changes his face into Jotaro. And he's got his voice of Jotaro, voiced by Daisuke, the guy who does his voice, and he's like, I was just in the car, that's it. And it's like, you see Polnareff and Joseph are like, alright then, let's go for a ride. And you see Oingo like, ugh! And the reason why he's crazed is the fact that previously Oingo and Boingo looked through the manga, and in the manga it showed that the time bomb in the car, or buggy, it's kind of like a really weird buggy type car thing, explodes and splits Jotaro in two. And he's like, wait, so it might not even be Jotaro, it might be me. I might get split in half because I look like Jotaro. It might be, oh my god, I've got to get out of here. And this is where the episode gets like much more awesome. I love it. There's a few things that they just play around with. For example, one of them is the fact that Polnareff's like, hey, you told me something about a cigarette. Isn't it where you put the cigarette in your mouth and you go, and basically get the cigarette like that, and the cigarette's still lit in your mouth, and you're like, and the steam comes out the nose, and you've got to keep it there for as long as you can, and then you drink a drink and put it out. And he's like, Jotaro, you taught me better than that. No, you've got to use 5 cigarettes. Of course, Oingo's like, five cigarettes? 5 cigarettes? Damn it, I've got to do this. If I don't do it, I'm going to be found out. And it's like, gets to 5, lights to 5, and he's like, and it's like barely touching his teeth, and he's like, And you got Polnareff like, yeah, that's Jotaro, it's so awesome. And you got Oingo like, all this while, Boingo is trying to chase after the car, and, being a really small kid, around the age of 10, probably a little bit younger maybe, but mostly around 10, he can't catch up. So you've got Oingo like that, and he's like, oh yeah, Jotaro, didn't you tell me that you can get this orange juice that I've got here, and you can drink the juice, and it'll get rid of the flames? And he's like, and he can't hold it in. He's like, end of that. And next one, he's like, alright, I've got to throw the orange out. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'll just have to do it. he grabs the orange time bomb and he's like, okay. And then you hear Joseph like, Iggy's not in the car. He's chasing after us. What? He's got something in his mouth. Has he got an orange in his mouth? Where did he steal that from? And then you just think like, Oingo like, orange? And then you see like Iggy like at the car window, as the car is bloody moving, by the way, like with the orange in his mouth, like, and you just saw Oingo like, like that. So after that, you got Polnareff, he's got the orange, and you got Iggy sleeping on the car seat next to Oingo. He's got the orange, he's about to pierce it. He's like, no. Oingo's like, no. You know, you don't want that orange. You know, that was from Iggy's mouth. You know, Iggy's got his slobber all over that orange. You don't need that orange. You know, you should take a brand new one. He's like, it's just over the peel. It's not actually on the orange itself. I'm not going to be eating the peel or the zest, whatever you want to call it. Even though I call it a peel, I'm eating the inside, which is the orange. Also, thanks God for equally cutting the orange before I eat it. Means a lot to us. Anyway, he's like, I do a new one. He's like, no, we don't need a new one, do we? And that's when Oingo wants to think, and he's like, and Polnareff's like, hey, Jotaro, what's that? What are you doing with your hand there? And he's like, wait, Jotaro probably doesn't do a kind of pose like this. What am I gonna do? And he's like, oh, you put your left thumb over your right thumb. Did you know that means that you're more feminine? And then Joseph's like, what? Really? Because if I do it naturally, my left thumb goes over my right. At that time, by the way, I did it as well. And I went, and my left thumb went over my right thumb. I looked it up, and there is like a Japanese, and there are some other Asian countries that does it. And I think there is some countries in Europe, I need to be double check with that actually have that kind of joke thing where if you do that and a certain thumb goes over the other one, it says, oh, you're quite feminine, you know, there's a chance that you could go like very campy. Yeah, the only one I know is the nail test. Like if you look at your nails like that, if someone goes, check your nails, if you do that, it's like the manly way. If you do that, it's very feminine. That's all I know. But yeah, let's get on with the episode, sorry. So, in the end, we basically have Oingo saying, oh, my stomach hurts. Nothing like Jotaro. Just imagine Jotaro doing this. It's the best thing. Because it's actually Jotaro's voice doing it, so it makes it even funnier. He's like, oh, my stomach, it really hurts. I need to go, just stop the car, I need to get out. And they're like, what? Are you okay? You know, like, even if your stomach hurts, Jotaro will be like, my stomach hurts, stop the car. I need to get out. You know, it would be that cool. Nope, it's, I'm going to stop the car, just do it. And he's like, wait. And you got Polnareff and Joseph like, what? There's something weird about you. And he's like, no, I need to get out. He's like, you forgot toilet paper. He's like, grabs it, runs away. He's like, yeah, like that. I made it, and they're dead. I win. We win, Boingo. We win. And he's running, and then you got Polnareff in the buggy as it's speeding off. Like, yeah, I think Jotaro's right. I don't really want to eat it if it's covered in slobber. I mean, there might be a chance it might actually hit the fruit. Oh well, throws it. As you can see, Oingo with Jotaro's face running. The orange goes boop, 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 steps on it. And what they do is they do the explosion, which is what happens anyway in the manga. And then they do, of course, him being split in half. But instead of doing that, they actually, of course, you know, because it's supposed to be gruesome, they actually have the black sensor line right through the center with blood like spurting out, and he's like, oh. Then when he lands on the floor, he's completely in one piece, just blood around his hand. He's like, oh. And you got Boingo runs up to him. He's like, Oingo, I couldn't do it. And then you got Boingo like, brother, don't worry, I'm gonna get revenge. I'm gonna do it. And that's when you see Oingo like, I'm so proud of you, brother. And then you see the previous guy, the Oingo punch, where Boingo basically had in his manga that he didn't like the face of this guy. And so Oingo punches him, and he goes, those are the two guys. They're the guys that attacked me, and if you attack them, I will give you money. So, of course, they get beat up. As they get to where Kakuen is staying in the hospital, Joseph and Polnareff stop, and they're like, wow, Jotaro, you got here really quick. You changed your clothes back to your, like, school uniform. You had these new clothes because you said you were cleaning them. He's like, what? No, I've been here for a while. What the hell are you talking about? So, oh, you got an orange. I want one. You see an ambulance turn up, and it's got Oingo and Boingo in it, beaten the hell up. And, you know, Boingo's been beaten up, and he's a kid, and that's, you know, that's pretty bad. But then you got Oingo, who's already exploded, ripped in two, apparently put back together, and then beaten up. So, you know, he's gone through hell and back, apart from the stress that he had in the buggy. And, yeah. After that, they're like, wow. Polnareff's like, wow, he's wearing some clothes that you were wearing. That's pretty weird. You know, that's pretty rare. Why would they have that? That's really weird. And Joe's like, wait, you know him? He's like, nah, I just know I'd know him. Why would I? I've never seen him before. And basically, that's where the episode ends. And I tell you what was the best thing, because when it ends, we get a new ending. I was expecting a bow, 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 wow, 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 you know, the Last Train Home. No, we get this original, one time only Oingo Boingo one, and it's really funny because like the main, it's like the animation is from like Boingo's manga book, and they're like, and it's very like, it's very Japanese, like 80s, 90s anime opening. You know, it's very like, imagine like, you know, like, hey-cha-la, hey-cha-la, like kind of like that. So it's very kind of corny and campy and quite funny. And it's funny because it's like Oingo and Boingo, and you got Boingo like, do you trust me? I trust you. Oingo, Boingo, brothers! It's so fucking awesome. It's only for this episode, and it's so funny. It's really good. I loved it. Of course, the next episode, episode 28. Oh, I just hit the mic. Sorry. Episode 28 is actually called God Anubis Part 1, and you see Anubis and Silver Chariot fighting. Yes, because I love sword fighting, and Polnareff is awesome. I've got a few friends that really like Polnareff as well, so they're going to be happy when I tell them. So anyway, let's get on to the review part. This is my favourite episode so far. I mean, you know, this is only the third episode of season 2, but oh my god, it was so funny. They did everything perfect. It was really funny. The book was really well done. They covered everything. They didn't stretch anything out. They didn't like shrink anything. They just did it as it is, and it managed to actually fit 30 minutes, and it was really cool. Also, the funny parts where, you know, they're doing that, or the cigarettes and stuff, is really well like recreated in this. The new like one-time ending of Oingo Boingo. Oh my god! It's so good. I was expecting to be depressed at the end of the day. You know, go to work all day, get home, watch JoJo, and have Last Train Home make me think like, I'm all alone at the moment. But no, we had awesomeness. Also, I did notice that my lovely little tusk fell down. But anyway, yeah, my review of the episode. Best episode so far of Season 2. Very funny, very enjoyable. If you were to check one out, the Geb ones were interesting and they were awesome and they followed the manga and they had some extras. But this is the best one so far. And I would say check this one out because it is so funny. It's great. You have to watch this. If you were like, I think I'll give this one a miss. It's only Oingo and Boingo. Don't you dare. It's so good. So, everybody, thank you for watching this. I'm going to do some more videos soon, so check them out. But in the end, Thank you very much. Take care, and I'll see you later.